This is the 50-inch TV that comes with the RV, and it is a Jensen. Now, the picture quality on it's pretty good. They also gave us this Furrion soundbar, which, quite frankly, isn't that good. So I decided, since we moved into the RV full-time, why not hook up our good Bose speaker? Because one of the things we noticed is there are certain shows that this Furrion, or even the TV by itself, you can turn them up all the way, and it's really hard to hear. The volume's not that good. So I went to hook it up, and this Jensen TV only has one audio out, and it's like an auxiliary jack, and I plugged it into our Bose. We get no sound. I don't think it's powerful enough or something. I don't know. And this is not a smart TV. A lot of the RV manufacturers are starting to switch over to smart TVs. So I decided to do a thing. And this is that thing. I ran out to Walmart. $214 for a 50-inch 4K smart TV. It's Vizio. We've had Vizio TVs in the past. Loved them, didn't have an issue, and so I want to get this thing installed over here. My only real concern is, will the holes on the back be in the right spot so that this TV is either not too high or too low? So according to what I read online, it's the right hole configuration for the mounting bracket that came with this TV right there. I think it's a VESA, V-E-S-A, 200 by 200, which is what that TV that I just bought is. But again, I'm concerned how high or how low are they. Now, Walmart does sell a mounting bracket for, I think, around $30, $40, something like that. So I figure worst case scenario is I may have to go buy a new mounting bracket that maybe gives me some more options for up and down. So that is our challenge today, is can we get this thing installed? So to undo this TV, I've just unplugged everything from it. So once I pull it off, all the cables won't be, attached to it, that type of thing. And then you can see here, I've got 1, 2, 3, and then you probably can't see way over there. There's a fourth one. So what I'm going to do is, the way this one's set up, you can see there's openings at the top and there's openings at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull these completely, the top ones, and then just lift it off. I think that'll work. All right, it's down. Here is our actual mount. It didn't go quite as planned. I was thinking I should have removed the bottom ones and they would have held up top and I could have lifted up. But that's okay. Luckily, I was supporting it and I could feel it pulling down, and I got it. So now I don't know if this was normal for this TV or if this is something the RV manufacturer added. There's like 2 support that they went into. So I don't know, maybe this TV didn't have the right hole configuration, but I don't think I need these. I think this is all I need. And so I'll go ahead, and I think we can go ahead and see if we can't get it mounted to this. And then we're going to find out, is it too high or too low? And that's where we're going to have issues, potentially. Well, I see a problem already. This is not the configuration that they told me it was in the description online. These are a lot wider apart. So now I may see if I can actually use those metal brackets from the other TV. If not, I'm definitely going to have to go find some different mounting bracket, or I'm gonna have to return this TV and get something different. Sometimes things actually go right on these projects for me. Not that often, but I think maybe this time it will. Looky there. Those 2 brackets fit perfectly. So theoretically, we're not done yet. We'll see. But I think this is gonna work. Well, I knew it was going too easy. Looky here. Here's the bottom of my plate. Here's the brace down here. So this brace was much higher up top. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to support this. Now, it may not be that hard. I just think we need more than 2 going there. So we'll have to figure that out. So I'm either going to, I may end up still having to get a bigger one of these, and I think they sell one that goes up and down, 2 brackets that go up and down, and then maybe we could adjust it. Hopefully it's the same size as this, so that we can drill into wherever they have it supported back here. But see, I spoke too soon. I thought, hey, these brackets go on. it's going to be perfect, and it's not perfect. All right, went back to town, bought a new mounting bracket. Don't even know if it's the right one. I asked, they weren't sure, said they thought it would work. So we'll take it back and see what we can do. But this one has add-on brackets for different sizes. I'm almost wondering if I can just leave the mounting bracket on and take these pieces off to extend it down. Although I really do want to try to get this thing a little higher, so we may see if we can do that with this one. So back to the RV, and we are going to go ahead and just remove this old one, and then here is the new one. Hopefully I can find some place to mount this to, because this is the part that mounts. You can see that's a square plate. This is more of a rectangular plate. And then I know it looks identical, except, let me show you, it has 4 of these brackets that extend it, and you can either extend it diagonally or straight up. So I figured the first thing I need to do is make sure I can mount it, and then I'll work on figuring out how it mounts to the TV. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing removed, and then we'll move on in the process. I am a little shocked that those are the size screws that hold this in. Now, there was 6 of them, so maybe together they created the strength, but I would have just thought they would have used a much heavier bolt type system or something. Well, I finally have a hung TV. Now, when I got the new bracket installed, the problem was, remember, it was that narrow up and down, and I couldn't put it on either side, because then the TV would have been way off center. And if I went up here, that is just way too thin. There was no place to get a good solid. So what I ended up doing was going back to the original bracket, and this is probably a costly solution, but look right here. I just used the 2 brackets from the new one and attached them up, and now we seem to be good and solid. So yeah, that's what I decided. I also think I can use the new one, hopefully, on the old TV, because I'm going to take the old TV over to Happy Acres Campground where I manage, and I'd like to install the old TV in the office so we can run things in there. And I'm hoping I can salvage that, even if I don't know, maybe I can order a couple replacement parts for that one. That one was, I think, $23. So could I have went to like Menards or Home Depot and got a couple pieces of metal? But the thing is, this was already threaded for the right size screw. So it just worked out. So now all I have to do is get everything plugged in, get the cardboard off the front, which I really like. I've never bought a TV before that did that. I kind of like that. And we'll plug it in and we'll see if it works. All right, so I turned the TV on. We have power. I've got the sound bar hooked up. I haven't been able to test the sound bar yet, because it's going through this setup, and they're installing updates, that type of thing. But I'm making progress. What I haven't done is seen where it fits top to bottom. I guess I could try that here in a second. Test, and yeah, so it sets a lot lower. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with my sound bar, because originally the plan was to set it down here. The old TV, there was a gap down here. This TV, there's hardly any gap. So maybe I can put a little shelf up here or something and set this soundbar, because I think the soundbar is going to be muffled. Now you might say, why don't you just remove the Furrion? I tried that last year, and it's just a big open cavity that goes right down into the fireplace. So that's not really an option. So, but at least I'm getting closer. And I think that will give us much better sound. I actually think being a smart TV, though, too, I like that idea. Again, a lot of RV manufacturers now are putting in smart TVs. So let's go ahead and let this continue to update, and then we'll give it a try. And we are done. It looks great. It's got a great picture. Even the sound bar is doing fine, even though it's kind of blocked by the TV back here. Let me slide this out. You can see I just have it sitting back here. I was thinking it would muffle the sound, but it isn't. I think it sounds really good, just like that. And yeah, it's a good project. Now, long term, maybe a solution I could do is actually remove this sound bar and build a shelf back there and then put it down there. But overall, I'm really happy with how this come out. If I can do it, you can do it too. All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you on down the road. Bye.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.